So I'm assuming you guys probably saw the title, or well, I guess the title of the video or the image. So yeah, in this video, I'm going to talk about how the exclusive market, especially for Spyderco's, how it seems to be really changing. So this is the Cutlery Shop, the exclusive Paramilitary 2 from Cutlery Shop, which is in their normal orange scales and black DLC blade. This one they came out with, it just dropped last Friday at 12 o'clock, I think. 10 o'clock Mountain Time. And they've done a number of these. They did like a Shaman. They did a pair of 3, lightweight and G10. They did a native chief. They've done a native lightweight. Those are the main ones I can think of. And I'm talking about the ones with the orange handle and the black blade. They did some other ones with just an orange handle. Excuse me, and a satin blade. So, yeah, so I wanted to talk about how the market for these things seems to be changing. This is one that I saw come up on Facebook, Instagram, stuff like that from Cutlery Shop. I saw that it was going to be available, and I got really excited because I've always kind of wanted the original PM2 in this configuration. And it came out, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago. And it's so hard to find now. And when you do, they're like $350, $400. And for that kind of money, there's too many other knives that I want more. And I wasn't enough into the hobby yet to pick one up at the time. So yeah, I sort of missed my chance. So when I saw these come up, I was like, oh great. This is my second chance to get one of these. The blade is a Warncliffe style as opposed to the normal like PM2 blade, but that didn't really bother me. I haven't had a Warncliffe style PM2 yet, so I was kind of excited at the prospect of that. I thought it might be kind of cool to have something a little different. And yeah, so I saw all these ads for this thing come up, and I was excited. I was setting my alarm for Friday at 12 p.m. And actually last Friday, my wife and I were going to Michigan to visit her parents. And I told her, I'm like, if we could be somewhere stopped at 12 o'clock, that would be great so that I can get this knife. Well, I kind of vacillated a little bit and decided not to get it when it actually dropped. And I just assumed it would probably be gone. I'm getting somewhere with this. I just assumed it would probably be gone within, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes or something. And this is wearing a Lynch clip. This is not the factory clip. I just like the carry clips on these. But yeah, I just assumed it would probably be gone after a few minutes. And, I was like, well, okay, I'll just skip this. Maybe I'll pick one up on the secondary market. I just kind of decided that I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. Well, then later that day, 2 o'clock, 2:30, I kind of started thinking about it again. I'm like, well, it's a cool knife. It comes in CTS XHP, which is a nice steel. And this is also kind of part of the Cutlery Shop exclusive package, I guess. It has the orange G10 or the orange scales, CTS XHP steel and a black blade. So I kind of started thinking about it again, and I'm like, the Warncliffe's pretty cool, and I have wanted one of these PM2s in this configuration for a while, so maybe I'll see if they're still out there. And lo and behold, I go and check at like 2:30, and they're still out there. So I decided to pick one up, which is the one you see here. But it really kind of surprised me because some of the more recent drops I've seen for like Striders and the Winter Blade Co. Factor, I don't know, primarily those. I don't really do drops too often, but those were a couple that I was watching recently. Those ones, the knives sell out in like like a matter of minutes or even seconds are gone. And that's how it used to be with Spyderco exclusives. And I'm not saying this is the case in every situation. Like the River's Edge stuff, it still sells out pretty quick. Like the Mannix that they just released, it sold out pretty quick. But when you're looking at Shamans and PM2s, it seems like especially, and even some of the natives, like GP Knives does some natives, and some of the Para 3 lightweights, they just seem to really stick around. And I kind of put that out there in a couple of groups. And I was just surprised because I picked this up a couple hours after it dropped, and I couldn't believe it. I'm like, this thing's still available. And some of the guys were like, yeah, I think the market's getting saturated. There's so many exclusives out there. I think one guy mentioned it's a bad economy for knives, which I think that is true. I think people have less money, or they're afraid. They're more afraid of a recession. So I think they're holding onto their money a little bit more tightly. But I think the part about the market being saturated is very true. There are so many Shamans out there, so many natives, so many paramilitary twos, that it's like, even when a company drops a new exclusive that it is an exclusive, like it's truly a unique model, it's like a lot of the time people don't care as much anymore. I mean, I just looked on the site for these and they're still available. I mean, it's almost been a week since they dropped and they're still available on the website. It's crazy. I mean, the price point, which is it's $200 for this, it's a little bit high, but I mean, when you consider a regular PM2 now comes in at like 160 or 170. With this one, you get the coating on the blade, you get the XHP steel. I mean, I think it's worth it for an extra 25, 30 bucks. But yeah, these are still available. I think a lot of the teal S90V PM2 was a distributor exclusive. This is just for Cutlery Shop. The teal one was a distributor exclusive, which I think there's more of those made. But I see those everywhere. They're all over the place. You can still pretty easily get one of those. Same with the DLT PM2, which is in purple. It's purple handle with a black DLC. I think it's crew wear. So yeah, I just think the market is cooling off a lot when it comes to Spyderco exclusives. And I think it's just because there are so many out there. Now, do I think this is a bad thing? No, I think it's a good thing. Because if you want one, you don't have to be like, I don't know, watching the clock before it turns like noon on a Friday to try to get a knife. Like it's not like crazy hard to get one of these exclusives. And it's just nice that they're much more readily available. Like I said, you could literally hop onto Cutlery Shop's website and pick one of these up right now. And, do I think these will be a good investment? I don't really know. Maybe not. But do I think it's a great knife? Yeah, I do. So yeah, I wanted to make this because this is something I've been thinking about. And I guess my hope is that companies will still continue to do exclusives and they'll still be available, because I think it's great to have such a variety of, a specific model. Like the PM2, you can get it in any blade steel, essentially, from like Maximet to like S110V to XHP. Knifeworks had a 204P version a while back. It's the same with the Shaman. They just released a 204P version of the Shaman. You can get the Shaman in M4, or you can get it in crew wear. It's crazy. There's all kinds. But I think it's great because there's so much variety. And then if you want to build a specific model that's even unique to your own taste, or unique to you can do that too. Like, I could take this and, I don't know, swap the blade for the S90V regular blade that came with the teal PM2. That would be pretty cool too. And then I can put the teal scales with this blade. Just stuff like that. And then on top of that, all the customization options on the secondary market. It's just crazy. You can make a PM2 that nobody else has. It's completely unique to you, exactly how you want it, which is really great. Really the only thing that would be better is if Spyderco offered like a customization program like Benchmade does with their products. But the way we have it now, it's pretty nice. So hopefully companies will keep doing these exclusives. Hopefully I guess the other piece is the factor I'm not considering is maybe there are more of them available. Like maybe there were a lot more of these made as compared to some of the other PM2 exclusives. Same with like the teal S90V. Maybe they're just more being made. I don't know. But either way, hopefully it continues. Hopefully they stay readily available, because I think it's great. And yeah, I don't know. Give me your thoughts. Drop them in the comments. What do you guys think about this? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? I, for one, don't love to sit and wait for drops. I think it's kind of annoying. And then watch the secondary market prices skyrocket. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. If you're not subscribed, please do. And we'll talk to you on the next one. See ya.